letters KSSB, O, and M scroll across the screen over a background of a guide and traveler walking in a school hallway. The logo for the Kansas State School for the Blind, a flying blue eagle in the center of a red and yellow sunflower. KSSB presents Human Guide Technique, Stairs and Doorways. This video contains audio descriptions and captions. Various shots of a guide and traveler walking. The guide is a tall, long-haired brunette woman, and the traveler is a young girl with long blonde hair. In this video, Human Guide Technique for Stairs and Doorways will be covered, as well as how to change directions, switch sides, and navigate narrow passageways. It is important to remember that when using Human Guide Technique, the methods shown in this video are not set in stone. Strategies, along with variations, may be shown here. However, there may be many more variations to any of the methods. Travelers and guides, especially pairs who have been using Human Guide for some time, develop methods and strategies that work for them. Above all, safety for the traveler and guide is of the utmost importance. Switching sides. While traveling, the guide may notice that the traveler should be on his or her other side. The guide will say, "Switch sides." When switching sides, it is important for the traveler to maintain contact with the guide, since this maneuver can be performed during travel. Switching sides can be done in a variety of ways, depending on the height difference between the traveler and the guide. When the guide and traveler are of similar heights, as in this example, the traveler is holding the guide's left arm with her right hand and the cane with her left hand. The guide says, "Switch sides." The traveler moves behind the guide, switches the cane to her right hand while simultaneously grasping the guide's left arm with her left hand. She then moves towards the guide's right side while sliding her left hand across the guide's back, maintaining contact until she can grasp the guide's right arm above the elbow. Now she is on the guide's other side. When the traveler and guide differ greatly in height, a different method can be used. Shown in this overhead view, the traveler holds onto the guide's left wrist with her right hand and holds her cane in her left hand. When the guide tells her, "Switch sides," the traveler brings her left hand to the guide's left wrist and holds. Then, while moving behind the guide, she reaches her right hand towards the guide's right wrist, brings her left hand to the guide's right wrist as well, then takes the cane in her right hand. She hasn't broken contact with the guide. Doorways. When approaching a doorway, having the traveler on the hinge side of the door can make the process easier. If the traveler is not on the hinge side of the door, the guide will say, "Switch sides." The traveler switches to the guide's other arm. As they approach the door, the guide indicates whether the door is a pull door or a push door. As the guide pulls the door open, the traveler now has a free hand to hold the door as they both walk through. If the door does not close automatically, it is the responsibility of the traveler to pull the door closed behind them. If the door is a push door, the guide alerts the traveler, then the guide opens the door and the traveler reaches out with her free hand to hold the door. The guide and traveler walk through the doorway, and the traveler lets the door go. Stairs. When approaching stairs, it is the responsibility of the guide to alert the traveler to upcoming stairs, as well as specifying if the stairs are ascending or descending. If a stair rail is available and the traveler has a fear of traveling on the stairs or struggles with balance, the guide may say, "Switch sides," so the traveler is on the side with the stair rail. The guide will stop at the top or bottom of the stairs, giving the traveler a chance to put his or her cane in the gripping hand so the stair rail can be grasped with the free hand. The guide will then say, "First step," and proceed to go up or down the stairs. At the last step, the guide will say, "Last step," so the traveler knows that the stairs have ended. Curbs. The technique for stairs can be used when traveling over curbs, a short set of steps, parking blocks, or areas of a playground. When traveling toward a curb, the guide will say, "Curb up," or "Curb down." Changing directions. When a guide and traveler are walking together and need to turn around to go back the way they came, there is a quick and easy way to accomplish this. Here, the traveler holds on to the guide's left arm at the wrist. The guide says, "Change direction." They both stop and turn towards one another. The traveler then takes the guide's right arm with her left hand, and they walk in the direction from which they came. Narrow passageway. There are times when the passage narrows and it would be preferential for the traveler to walk behind the guide. With an upcoming narrow passageway, the guide will say, "Narrow passageway," then move her hand to the small of her back. The traveler will slide her hand to the guide's wrist and walk directly behind the guide. Thank you for watching Human Guide Technique, Stairs and Doorways. If you have questions about the basics of guiding a person, please view our first video, Basic Human Guide Technique. The link is in the description box below. For assistance in finding your local certified orientation and mobility specialist, please visit the Kansas State School for the Blind's Field Services page, which you will find linked in the description box. The logo for the Kansas State School for the Blind. Fade to black.